I would love to be drinking a Coke Zero right now, however I've just wiped my tea and I really don't want to get brown stains on them. Cheers.
It's cold outside, but the fire keeps us warm.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're going to be just doing a little Christmas party get ready with me. It is currently the 1st of December, which is so fitting, and I haven't filmed in like 3 weeks because I've had COVID. So sorry for no uploads. There was meant to be a load of different videos up already, but I had COVID and yeah, I just could not film. I was absolutely out of it with it. However, today is going to be the first kind of like Christmassy video besides my Christmas wish list and my Christmas gift guide that I've already gone up. So I've got like 2 hours to get ready, but I thought I'd start getting ready now because Joseph's not home from work yet and I feel like I'm going to be having an absolute meltdown over what to do with like my eyes, my face and stuff like that. So I just thought, look, we'll start now. We'll give ourselves 2 hours to do our makeup. My hair's already in pink curls and there's not gonna be much more to do with it after that. So I was like, I might as well start now. So I'm currently using basically the Bobbi Brown dupe from Primark. It's the PS Prep and Perfect Vitamin Enriched Moisturising Primer. I actually really like this. I actually think it's more hydrating than the actual Bobbi Brown face base itself, which is mad to say considering like everyone and their mother loves that. I've actually run out of mine, so I need to get a new one. But for now I've been loving this and I have so much of it left, like so much of it left, like you can't see, but there is a good bit left in this. So I'll make my way through this and then we'll fork up the courage to spend €40 on a face base. I don't know what I'm going to be doing with my eyes today. I'm thinking matte, but then I'm also thinking glitter because the shoes that I'm wearing are like sparkly gold heels. So, and I'm just wearing a white dress, so I'm thinking gold on the eyes with like a little wing. I think it might be cute, but before I do that I need to do my brows. To do my brows I'm just going to use my Refi brow sculpt and also the NYX brow pencil in the shade Taupe. Honestly guys, brows are the bane of my life, so and to be honest I'm just going to come back when these are done. Okay, I'm not going to actually fill in my brows now. I've just realised there's literally no point because I'm going to need them to set and stuff like that. So I'm going to move on to my eyes. So I'm going to use the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Concealer just on my eyelids to prime them and get them ready for eyeshadow. Usually when I do like Christmas party glams on YouTube, I usually am actually getting ready for something, but this time I actually am getting ready for something. So I need to make sure that this is like the best look I've ever pulled out of my ass, really. Yeah, no, I'm really excited to go tonight. It's like a 4-course meal. There's dinner. Obviously it's a 4-course meal. There's like drinks on arrival. I'm just really excited to go. I feel like I haven't been out properly in a while. Oliver is with my mum. He's gone out to Mayo for the weekend, which is so exciting for him. So I'm just blending that out and then I'm just going to take my Laura Mercier powder and just set my eyelids. So now that they're set, I'm going to move on to the eyeshadow portion. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the bronzer that I'm going to be using, which of course is my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Dark, and I'm just going to take a fluffy brush. This is a Zoeva 221 Luxe Soft Crease Brush, and I'm going to use this as like my transition shade just to kind of basically get some colour and depth going into the eyes. And I'm not too worried about the mess that's going to be created here because I'm going to clean that up. So I'm literally just running this into the crease. I haven't decided yet whether I want to wear lashes or not, so I'm going to make sure that this look is suitable for both lashes and non-lashes. And then I'm going to use this is the Cash Beauty Secret Treasure eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to start off I think with this shade here, which is called Tomb, and we're going to start to pencil in a wing. So I'm going to use this is a P. Louise Cancelled 118 brush. And I'm just going to take that shade Tomb, like I said, and we're going to start placing that here and just starting to kind of create like a wing shape on my outer corner. Tonight should be fun. It's not meant to be on for too long either. Like it's kind of one of those ones where it lasts till about, I don't know, maybe like 11ish and then everyone goes home. So like I said, I'm just really focusing that kind of like in a wing shape, and I'm going to go back in with my transition shade brush and just kind of go over it, just to make sure that it's all kind of like blended out, and then I'll move on to the other side once I'm happy with that. I know I am really excited for tonight. And originally it was going to be like a casual event. Like I texted Joseph's sister and I was like, hey, like what are you wearing? And she was like, oh, like going casual, like maybe something like a cute black dress, but like it's gonna be casual. So I was like, yeah, grand. Then I was like, that is just not me. I'm just not a casual person. My casual, if we're doing casual, my casual is like cargos, but like I can't do casual dressy, like it just doesn't work for me. So I texted her and I was like, yeah, turns out I'm actually gonna be looking like a fucking bird. And she was like, what have you done? And basically I'm wearing a dress that has a shit ton of feathers on it. It's white, it's one shouldered, like it is not casual at all. And yeah, I'm gonna be rocking up in it, and I think Joseph's rocking up in a suit, so we really didn't get the correct memo, or at least we chose not to listen to it. But I feel like that is just us. Like he loves dressing up, like he loves going in suits to places, like he's such a getting dressed up man, and thankfully his girlfriend is such a dressed up girlfriend. Now to make this even darker, and I'm gonna go in with the shade Wreck. I'm just gonna pick that up, and again really close to the lash line this time. I'm just gonna start that wing again, and that's just gonna really deepen this here, like so. You can see it's a lot deeper, and then we're gonna go back in with the first shade, or with the second shade even, blend that out, and then we are gonna go back in with our transition shade brush and just really blend all that out. So I'm gonna now go into the Colourpop Nude Mood palette that I always use. I'm gonna pick up this shade here, which is Bluffin', and I'm just gonna pick that up and press this onto like the inner part of my eye, just kind of give it that lifted effect. I'm still undecided as to whether I want to do glitter or not, so I'm just putting this here for now, as just like in case I decide to not go for it, because I really don't know what I want to do. I just can't tell whether I want to do glitter or not. I feel like glitter would be so nice, but you know when like you're just like, oh, if I do this am I gonna absolutely ruin it, because obviously matte you can say matte, glitter you can't take away glitter no matter how much you might want to. Because I've got some really nice glitters, like glitter shades, especially in this palette. Like I'm really liking this one up the top. I'll show you now. Like in this palette, this color Gemstone I think would be so pretty on my eyes. I'm just not sure. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna clean this up with just this, just toilet roll. Take it out from under my eyes. Okay, I'm gonna leave my eyes for the minute because they're actually stressing me out, and I'm just gonna go fill in my brows real quick, so I'll be back for that. Okay guys, I'm not loving this eye look at all, but it's one of those things where I'm just like, I actually have to keep going. So I'm gonna be trying a new primer today. I'm gonna be using the Hourglass Vanish Airbrush Primer. I got this as a sample from Space NK. If you're ever looking to order from somewhere, honest to God, Space NK is probably my favorite place to order. Not only is it actually the cheapest place to order a lot of products, but it also it gives you, it's probably the only place that actually gives you samples of products to test, because I feel like testers just aren't a thing anymore. So I'm really excited to try this. So I'm just literally putting this on the T-zone, because that is where my makeup tends to come off first, because this is kind of like meant to be like a mattifying smoothing primer, and I want the rest of my face to be quite glowy. So I'm just taking it literally on my T-zone and letting that sink in. But I don't know whether I see it shrinking my pores, like as in like blurring them. But we'll see how my makeup lasts on my T-zone, because that is where I tend to my makeup tends to break down the quickest, even though I have dry skin. So like I said, I want to keep the rest of my face glowy, so I'm going to go in with my Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter in the shade 4 Medium. I'm just going to put this on like the high points of my cheeks. Usually I would go all over with it, but because I'm testing that mattifying primer, I don't want to be changing the consistency of that primer, nor do I want to be like adding a glow that might not actually be there had I not put it there. So I'm just rubbing that on my fingers. And I've seen this trick where if you spray your face with satin spray before you do makeup and let it dry quickly, or let it dry completely, it helps your makeup stay in, so we'll try that as well. I probably should have covered my eyeshadows after I did that, so I'm gonna let that dry completely. Yeah, I'm just really not feeling these eyes, guys. I might go in with like actual liner and see if I like that. Let me do that now while waiting for this to dry. So I'm actually going to take the black and the brown mixed together from this palette, so the shade Wreck and Forbidden, and I'm just going to literally like press that in so tight to my lashes, and then really subtly kind of blend it out. What do we think of that? Is that a bit much? Have I done too much? I don't know. Okay, so for foundation, I'm going to be mixing two. I'm going to be using the Hourglass and Vanish Stick Foundation and the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. The reason I'm going to go with two is because I like the oh my god, I can't speak today. I like the consistency of the Hourglass foundation. However, I know it's going to be slightly too dark for me. But I know this is going to last on me. So I'm going to mix it in with the NARS one. So I'm going to be using a brush for this. So I'm going to use the P. Louise. This is the 189 brush. This is literally my favorite brush of all time for foundation. And I'm just going to pump a little bit onto my hand. And you'll see this one's a lot lighter. This is my actual tan shade. My tan didn't turn up that dark today, so that is why I'm going to go in with this. And then, like I said, I'm going to go in with my brush and just start to stipple it all in, really pushing it into the skin. I'm going to spend quite a while blending my foundation into my skin because I really want this to sink in and not sit on top. But yeah, guys, I've been really obsessed with makeup lately. Like I was saying to Joseph, all I want for Christmas is just makeup. And I don't know whether it's because now that Oliver is that little bit older, he's more of like a toddler to me now, not just a baby. So I feel like I have a lot more freedom to like play with makeup when he's napping, or you know, I just feel like I've got everything else together. Like the housework is under control, and obviously because I've Joseph helping me as well, like dinners are under control, you know, my work life is under control. I just feel like I have a lot of time to play with makeup. And we are, from when I'm filming this, we're 5 people away from 500 subscribers, and when I hit 500 subscribers I'm gonna be doing a giveaway. So if I've not already hit it, please subscribe. If I've already hit it, also please subscribe, and let me know what you would like to win for the giveaway, because I haven't actually thought of anything. Even though I'm saying there's gonna be a giveaway happening, I haven't actually thought of anything to give away. And I think it's because I've just been so focused on like Christmas this year that I've just not had time to think about what I could potentially put in this giveaway. So if there is something you would like to see, obviously within reason, I'm not like one of these massive YouTubers that gets so much money from YouTube and can spend it on like a MacBook and stuff like that. Like absolutely not, I will not be able to afford that. But if there's anything, like, is there a makeup voucher you want? Is there specific makeup that you'd like to try? Like, what is there that you would like to try? Or like I said, would you prefer a gift card? Like, please let me know, because obviously my channel only grows if you subscribe to it. If you don't subscribe to it, my channel doesn't grow. And that's who I've to be thankful for, is you guys, because genuinely when people say it is so difficult to grow on YouTube, it is so difficult to grow on YouTube. Like, YouTube really favors certain people for a while, and then if they're not favoring certain people for a while, they don't favor anybody for a while. It's not like Instagram where you've like a For You page essentially, and stuff that you may have watched before or looked at before, that person's content will come up or similar content will come up. Like that doesn't happen on YouTube. On YouTube it's literally like potluck almost. Like yes, things will come up in your recommended, but the chances of it coming up in your recommended are like very slim. Like you literally almost have to search for that person or search for that exact title for someone to show up on your what's called, like recommendations. Like it's very difficult to grow. So yeah guys, you guys subscribing to me supports me so much more than you actually know and you actually think. So please, if you haven't already, subscribe. I would really appreciate it, and you will also need to be subscribed to enter my giveaway, so make sure you subscribe. Okay, so as you can see, I spent some amount of time blending that foundation in, and what I'm gonna do now is any little breakouts I have, I'm gonna use the Huda Beauty. This is the faux filter concealer in the shade Coconut Flakes. I'm just using that to spot conceal because it's the one closest to my like foundation shade, so I don't have too many thankfully. So I'm just gonna let them sit there for a minute, and I'm also gonna let my foundation sit as well, because once your foundation kind of warms up to your face, it kind of tends to look a lot better. So I like to like let it sit. And now for that breakout, I'm gonna just press it in with a brush, not a sponge, because I don't want the sponge to absorb any of that concealer. I really like this concealer for spot concealing. I think it does such a good job. Spot concealing, whereas for my under eyes it's a little bit too dry. So moving on to cream contour now. So for cream contour, I'm going to be using the PS My Perfect Colour foundation and contour stick in the shade Chai. This has been a firm fave for a good while now, and my favourite brush to use is the Rebelluna or 09 I think it is, and I just pop it on there and then start placing it where I want it. So I'm just going to be doing my forehead, my cheeks, my nose, my jaw, everything like that, my chin. Because this is the foundation, it goes really well with any like foundations that you have underneath, and I really like this color. This color was actually a shade that Jordan Lipscomb always wears, and personally for me, sometimes I think hers for me are just too dark on the shade she recommends. But I was looking at it and I was like, that actually looks really nice, so I bought it, and it is actually really nice. And you have time to work with this product, which I love, because sometimes when you are working with a foundation stick or like a contour stick or anything like that, you have to work quickly with them because they tend to be quite like drying and matte. But with this one, you don't have to. It's super creamy and easy to work with. Okay, I much prefer the eyes now that I added like the kind of black and stuff like that, and I actually think I am gonna keep it matte just because I'm worried if I put the glitter on I'm gonna absolutely hate it. So we're gonna move on to concealer now. So for concealer, I'm gonna mix these two together. It is the Hourglass Vanish Airbrush Concealer in the shade Cedar, and then the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Concealer in the shade 1N. I really like this Hourglass concealer. I just really like the formula of it. I really like the consistency of it, and my mini one's actually running out, which means it is time to get a new one, but they're so expensive. I got the mini one just to try, and then like I said, I'm gonna go in with the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion. And to first blend in, I'm gonna be using the Real Techniques, oh my god, I can't speak today. I'm gonna be using the Real Techniques setting brush, and I'm just gonna start off with my chin. And I tend to not move the product around, like I tend to try and keep it in the same place, purely because I would want this to like really highlight that specific area. I don't tend to do my forehead for coverage, I more so just do it to balance out like my face, because imagine having like all light here and then up here is super dark. That just wouldn't make sense. And then I'm just going in with my under eyes, and I need to be super careful going up to my eyeshadow and eyeliner. And then once it's majorly once the majority of it is blended out, and then I'm gonna go back in with my sponge. Like I said, it just really makes sure that everything is blended. It picks up any excess product and it just makes sure everything is like super smooth and there's no streaks and everything like that. Okay, so for cream blush, of course I'm going to go in with the Nude Sticks in the Nude Blush. This is my favorite blush of all time. It is just a beautiful like pinky color, and I'm just going in with the Blank Canvas F36, my favorite blush brush for cream blush, and I'm just going to stamp this right up the tops of my cheeks, keeping this really high. I don't want to drag it down low because I don't want to elongate my face. I want to make sure my face looks super snatched, and I'm just going to blend on top of this, just like I said, making sure it's all seamless and looking flawless. Okay, so I'm gonna powder everything now using my Laura Mercier translucent powder. So what I do is I will just take it on a normal brush at first and tap off any excess, and I will set my forehead first. And I'll really make sure that this is set because this needs to last hours. Like, it's currently 20 to 5 and I need to make this last. Guys, will wait till you see my dress. Like, you're actually gonna die. So I do the initial layer of powder, and then what I do is I go in and bake as well, and that is just to really ensure that my makeup is gonna last. So, but I'll only bake in like specific areas. So I'll only bake in my under eyes, my chin and my cheeks. The rest of my face should be absolutely fine, but I really just make sure that I bake these areas because these are the areas that tend to go first on me. Okay, while that's baking, I'm going to focus on my under eye now. So first, we are going to go in with a small pencil brush again, a super teeny tiny one, and we're going to take the brown and the black mixed together, and just right on the outer corner here we are going to add that in, literally just on the outer corner, and then we want to blend that out. So we're going to use a small brush and we're going to take the shade 2 and we're going to really focus that up on the lower lash line just to blend that out. And then we're going to take an even fluffier brush, but still a small brush, and take the transition shade. And now I know I've gone a bit too heavy-handed, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take just a random fluffy brush with some translucent powder on it. I'm just going to blend over it just to soften it. Okay, so I'm going to go in with the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Bronzer on just a P. Louise 638 brush, and I'm just going to put it exactly where I put my cream bronzer. And this is just to really make sure that we have some dimension into the face, but it also just makes sure that we also have set those creams down, because we don't want to set our creams down and then suddenly they go move and you're like, what the fuck, I thought I set them down. And then I think I'm going to go in with more shimmery blush today. So we're going to go in with the MAC Mineralized blush in the shade Warm Soul, and I'm going to take it on another Revoluna brush, and this is the 404. This is a beautiful, just kind of like neutrally pink blush, but it just has a little bit of like a gold reflect in it, and it's just super pretty. Like, look at that. Because I always think during Christmas, even though we love the glittery looks, we also love having the pink. Now, I'm not happy with how bright my inner lid is, so I'm going to go back in with a brush, and I'm going to pick up the same light shade that we use, and I'm just going to make sure that this is as light as I possibly want it, because the lightness just brightens up your eyes like you wouldn't even realize. And then we're going to brush off the excess powder that's on our face, and I'm going to set it now. So first I'm going to set it with the e.l.f. Stale Night Microfine Mist, and then now that that's set, I'm also going to go with the Charlotte Tilbury, which, as you can see, there's literally nothing left, the Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. And this is just going to make sure my makeup is really set. I'm going to curl my lashes and I'm going to put on my lips, and then I will be right back to you. Okay guys, so this is the finished makeup. I just used the Morphe lip liner in the shade Sweet Tea, the MAC lipstick in the shade Yash, and then on top I've just popped on the Refi just clear lip gloss. And then I just did mascara. I'm not gonna do lashes today. I just feel like lashes are such a fuss. And for lashes I use the Benefit roller mascara. So if I have time to show you my hair and makeup, if I have time to show you my hair and my outfit, I will. If not, sorry that this is the finished look, but I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and make sure you subscribe, and I will see you in my next video, which is hopefully very, very soon. Bye.